Hey, this is Don Kryptonium, and I heard something. I heard that you want alpha. You don't want too much risk, but you do want money. And I think today I'm going to deliver you alpha. I'm going to deliver you the biggest overlooked opportunity on the market. And what I mean by that, real yield on Uniswap, because there is not many that does that. And we will use help of Charm Finance. We'll use help of the vaults to build them on top of the Uniswap V3 so we can generate the best yields in the industry. Before we start, make sure you like this video, make sure you love this video, and share this video across the world to learn how to make money. So I've been using Charm Finance for quite a while, and I've been speaking about this a lot. When it comes to concentrated liquidity, there is no better opportunity on Uniswap, and not only concentrated, even full range liquidity, the best opportunity is on Uniswap because they are the highest volumes out there. When it comes to other ecosystem and they concentrated liquidity, they often built it within the pool, and that takes away your edge, your advantage against others when it comes to yield. So I'm launching the app of Charm Finance, and we are actually going to do base. The reason why I'm doing base, because it's trending right now, because there is a lot of volumes, and because swap fees are low. So you can see create vault, that will be simple. But before we get to this, I need to explain to you how I seek where I want to provide liquidity for the best yields. And for that, I'm going to use two ways. So I'm going to use Uniswap, launching the Uniswap app itself, and then I'm going to the pool. And once I'm here, I want to explore the top pools on Uniswap, okay? The second part you can use as the support is Dex Screener or any other app where you can measure the daily volumes and so on, but a lot of this data is actually on Uniswap. And if you decide that you want to use that and bridge on to base, I recommend just using the main bridge, to be honest. Some people say it's slowest, but like I had the best experience with that bridge. So let's go to Uniswap V3, and I explored the top pools, okay? What I want to see the highest volume. So you can choose 24 hours, but to me, the better volume will be last 7 days. Sometimes for 1 day, for the meme coin, we will have very high volume 1 day. So that might change that data a little bit. So let me even make this smaller so I can see actually the swap fees. And you can see for the past 7 days, the highest volumes are on Ethereum / base version of USDC. Okay, there is some other volumes like Degen, which I don't think Degen is meme coin, and of course, Bread, Ticker, Normie, and some others have 1% swap fee. So this is very important. You will have the highest fees on the meme coins, but the meme coins are more risky. And right now, as so many meme coins appear, they will be very volatile. Many of them will rack. So despite the highest swap fee, that will be risk. If I would have to choose, Normie seems to be doing okay. So I'm not entering yet. I'm looking to it. I'm not sure about Bread and others. I don't really like any of those memes. So when you can see the 24 hours volume compared to TVL is really impressive on the ticker, for example. It's really impressive on the Normie, on the 1.2 million liquidity and 6 million volume. But what's even more important, we can safer pool. The top pool, which is safer, we have 3 million liquidity and we have 60 million volume, which is pretty much daily average, beating all of this other volume that we have here. So how I would measure that, if that would be 1% swap fee, that would be equal to 3 million volume over here. So that still would be less than those, but this is much safer. So this is why today I'm going to explore the safe pool despite low swap fee. So the next step, I'm going to Charm Finance and I'm creating a vault. So I have few ways of doing this. I can just enter pool address. You can easily find your pool address. Can you find it actually on Uniswap? I always had issue finding that. So you can let me know in the comments if you can find the contract. But I usually find it via Dex Screener. It's easier for me. So how I do it, USDBC/wrapped-ETH. And the one with liquidity 3.1, you can see will be the main one. But there is also others. But the new option allows you to choose the token. So as the token, I'm choosing wrapped-ETH. So can I find it? Maybe here. So as you can see, I'm choosing wrapped-ETH. And for the first one, I have to scroll. So I'm not sure why it doesn't really, it's okay. So that's the one. And you can see there is already quite a few pools on this one. So the one I was speaking with the highest volume is 0.5%. There is other pool with 0.3% fees. So 6 times the fees, but the lower TVL. So we can actually explore this one, and there is even one with 1% fee, which is better for meme coins, with TVL of 7K. We can actually find it. So when I'm going to this pool, I need to find the pool with 97K of liquidity. I'm pretty sure it's this one. So I found it. But when I look at this, so we have liquidity 98K. And we have volume of 161K, which is pretty good, to be honest. So it still should yield less than this one because of the volumes on this one are so much higher. So I'm going with this one. So I chose this one, and we have 2 options to do right now. We can choose narrow range strategy or wide range strategy. And here is the thing. When I would choose it on the meme coins, I usually choose a very wide range because those are more volatile. Here we're talking about Ethereum, which of course it's bull market, it's gonna move crazy, and stablecoin. But I still think for Ethereum, I can do well choosing narrow range. And I can actually edit those parameters. So as you can see, I still didn't connect the wallet, but that's okay. So we can actually edit those. Once we already create the pool. I always found it easy. So you have the base order and limit order, and those values. So this is the most values that you want to pay attention to. So as you can see, the base order 3,600. It means that it will capture the fees in the range between up 43% and down 30%. So as the Ethereum is now at 3.5K, that means that would be the range up to over 5K and down to like 2.5K or something. That's pretty solid range for yielding. And the best part is I can rebalance this as often I want. And there is also reducing capital loss if it moves in that range. So that's for the limit order. If you change those values, you can see those values change. Okay, so this is by default for the narrow range. And sometimes this default is actually good range. And also you can choose how much you want to deposit to the full range. So the full range is total spread from 0 to infinity for the swap prices. So this is the issue of many other protocols. They don't deposit to the full range. You always want to have some part in the full range, okay? And rebalance frequency, to be honest, I like it frequent just in case I need that. And because Base has such a low fees, that's absolutely fine. So let me connect my wallet. So I'm connecting MetaMask. So this is the vault parameters. Once again, I'm going to change the rebalance frequency. So I'm going to check how many seconds. I'm going to do like maybe every 6 or maybe every 12 hours. I don't need more often. So let's do that. And of course, we have 30% into full range. So I'm going to create a vault right now. And this vault will be created. And the one thing I will have to do at the very end is just depositing the amounts. So there is the next steps, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to the portfolio. This shouldn't be here. There is no is there my vaults? Okay, this is vaults, and I check my vaults. So my vault is already created. I'm going to open this, and what I need roughly, if I want to start with 50-50 range, same amount of USD BC and same amount of wrap ETH. So I'm just going to swap it on Uniswap quickly. So okay, as you can see, I deposit amount, so I need to approve ETH, wrapped ETH. In this case, it's always wrapped ETH in the pools. And of course, approve USDBC. The fees, swapping fees were very low, so I do feel there will be like great opportunity on Uniswap. So let me approve this one and approve. So we are going to customize some of the settings. I'm going to show you how to do it. You know, this is so much easier than doing on Ethereum in regards of the fees. I have the pools on Ethereum, but to be honest, you need at least $20,000 in the pool on Ethereum to make sure that you make it up for the high gas fees. So I deposited. That doesn't yield right now yet. So as it's deposited, you go to manage vault and you hit rebalance. And once you rebalance, it deposits. So you can see the gas is slightly higher, 29 cents. This is nothing compared to Ethereum. And as you rebalance, it deposits the money to the pools. Transaction failed for some reason, so that's a little bit of the fail. Let's try again, okay? Maybe there is some issues. Oh, transaction successful, so it's no fail. So if I refresh this, you can see that rebalance was done, and right now I will see the performance. Right now I will not see that. I will see the performance after each rebalance, okay? So you have the vault information. So of course my position is nothing compared to the pool, but you see the ratio and the TVL and the total vault strategy. I might adjust this a little bit. Maybe I will even make it more narrow. So the more narrow I'm going to make it, I'm going to capture more fees in the range. Also, you can edit the chart. So when other people deposit to your vault, you can charge them the fee, like let's say 5% on 1% on the vault performance. So you'll be charging them. If you want to deposit to my vault, I can charge. So all of that can be edited anytime in Edit the Vault. For now, I'm getting this error. So I should probably like do it when I was making the pool, because for now I'm having this little error for a reason, but I will try to edit this actually shortly. So you can see this is my pool actually. So it doesn't have the data yet. I probably will be depositing more because I do think it's a great opportunity. Let me know in the comments if you have questions, because I do think we be doing more. I will be show you the specifics of how to edit the vaults, what are those parameters, because at the start, those parameters might be a little bit confusing, but remember, these parameters, you don't need to understand what the number means, but play with the number and see what range it captures the fees. So to easier explain, I capture the fees in the certain range of the price movement, and also I have less of the amount deposited to the full range. Every time I click rebalance, the position claims the rewards and deposits it back to the pool, changing that range depending on the price. And thanks to that, over time, the position will always aim to get as close to 50-50 as possible, even when sometimes position goes to the ratio 80-20 because price go up, for example. When you rebalance, when the price slightly moves down, it will quicker rebalance to the position 50-50. But about this, we will be talking more with that. Don Kryptonium's out, and I do hope you learned something useful today. Till the next time.